don't have a problem submitting to a man and his plan. As long as his plan is to worship me like a goddess, I can submit to that plan. Hello, welcome to Elevated Energy. Welcome. My name is Erica. I am your Elevated Energy coach. I am here to help you elevate all areas of your life. Today, we are going to be talking about submission. It's a hot topic. Do women need to be submissive in a relationship? This has been a topic I've been seeing floating around the internets for quite some time, and I have thoughts. I've got big thoughts. As high achieving women, we are often sucked into this thing of having to do everything all the time and do it ourselves because nobody else can do it as well as we can. And this is exhausting. It's exhausting because you can't do everything. Not well. You can do it all, yes, but you can't do everything well all the time. When I hear the word submission, it's a little like it just gets stuck in my throat a little bit. And so I would like for you to start replacing the word submission with delegation. We talk a lot about men leading and let the man lead and all of this stuff. But the truth is, men should be leaders in doing and women should be leaders in feeling. It's women who set the vibe of the house. It's women who turn the house into a home. It's our emotional template that helps regulate the rest of the house. Yeah, replace submission with being strategic. That's perfect. Yes, replace submission with being strategic. I consider myself the leader of my family, and being a good leader means being strategic in your leadership. That also means delegating things to other people. And the way to be a good leader and to delegate is to trust that whoever you're delegating the task to is qualified to handle the task. Now, they might not do it how you're going to do it. There's definitely been some times when I've gone to my man and said, hey, I've got a problem. I need you to solve it. And his solution was not my solution. But he has surprised me, and oftentimes his solution is better than my solution. It is. There was a while back during the pandemic when we didn't have a house cleaner, and I was like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Like, we have 5 bathrooms in this house. 5. It's a lot of toilets to clean, and I was getting overwhelmed. And so I went to my husband and I was like, we need a chore chart. Okay, we need a chore chart. Everybody's gonna have to do a little bit more. This is too much cleaning. When I add it up, I'm doing 8 hours for laundry. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And he looked at me and he said, let's just hire help. You solved my problem. Thank you. And you came up with a better solution. So when you offer problems, let him solve them however he's going to do it. As long as the problem is off your plate and it's getting solved, don't worry about how it's getting solved. That's not your problem anymore. You've delegated it away. That's good leadership. Submit to however they want to solve your problem, because now you are free to do other things. You've just freed up your time so that you can do the things that you want to do. I watched a video recently, and the man was saying, it was like a red pill kind of guy, and he was saying that he was interviewing a woman, and he was saying, well, when I go out on a date, you expect me to pay for the date. And the woman was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, well, if I'm doing my part as a man, why aren't you submitting to me and being submissive because I'm doing my part? And it just, you have to earn that. You have to earn, a man needs to earn your buy-in to his plan. He needs to qualify himself for that. I think that's one of the things. do you have a qualification? Like, what are your qualifications to get your buy-in with this person? If we're just going out on a date, I don't know you. I don't know what your plan is for me. I don't know what you're doing. Why would I submit to something when I don't actually know what I'm submitting to? What's happening here? So yeah, lots of guys are saying, I want a submissive woman, but you don't. What's your plan, sir? What are you doing? Where are you leading me to? If you are confident in your ability to pick somebody who's going to be a good partner for you, then working together as a team is easier, because then you can trust that whatever problems they're taking off your plate, however they're solving it, or whatever you're delegating to them or allowing them to take over, they're going to do it in the right way. So if you're having this problem where like, I'll never trust a man to do anything, that is actually a reflection of your own inability to pick out the right people, right? Because if you're a smart, educated woman and you have picked a qualified partner, they should be able to handle things, and you should have the faith that they can do it, right? But if they're time and time again unable to do these things, well, then we need to evaluate, what is the plan? Are we clear? Do we have the same plan here? Do we have the same values? Do we see ourselves in the same lifestyle? These are all questions that you should be asking to qualify somebody before you get into I'm gonna submit to your plans, sir, situation. Because when you don't qualify people and you do go along with other people's plans, that's when you actually end up in the most trouble. And the truth is, I don't think a high quality man actually wants a woman who's going to just submit to everything that he says with no questions asked. And that's the other thing. I have girls. So the idea of teaching them and telling them that in order to have a happy marriage, you just submit to your man, like, that's not quite it. That's not quite it. You have to have somebody be qualified. You have to have a real way to have somebody qualify themselves. It's like you're electing them to the board. I like to think of myself as the queen of my household. And I've got an army, that's my man. I've got my troops. I've got my, all the people who are a part of my court. Yeah, we've got to be on the same page. And it's easy to have we need to be working as a team. That's basically what I'm saying. Delegate things out so that each person is working in their zone of genius. So if he's better at finances, let him handle that. If you're better at finances, you should probably handle that. Figure out who excels in what areas, and then be clear about what everybody's roles are. And don't get too micromanagey about how the other person is going to do that. I think the other thing is appreciation. Now, this is part of the package of like, what do men really mean when they say they want a submissive woman? They want somebody who's going to like let them lead in the areas where they're leading, right? My husband right now has started a home project. We are painting the house and adding in windows. Now, when he first told me about this idea, it was not what I would have done in terms of home renovation projects. I probably would have redone our bathrooms first. At first I was a little like, I guess our paint's not that old. But I said, you know what, boo? Take this, go ahead. This is your project, run with it. I'm gonna let you do your thing. And I've been delightfully surprised. Adding in the windows, now that I think about it, I'm like, yes, that's gonna make a big difference. Painting, I can't wait. It's actually made me have to redo so much stuff outside with our plants and everything. And surprisingly, it's going to have a really big impact on our house. Now, this would have never been my idea, but I'm going to go with it because he's my partner and I trust that he is going to do the right thing because I trust myself when I picked him. The other thing is, going back to appreciation. So if you're the queen of your kingdom, every once in a while, your troops are going to need a pep talk. This is point blank, period. And a number one need that men have is to be appreciated. Now, their nervous systems are actually much denser than ours. So what you think might be enough appreciation probably might not be enough. I've had this conversation time and time again. And when I thought I gave an enthusiastic, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much," it didn't even really register for him. And a big tipping point for me was when I started noticing like men's advertising is really loud. It's loud, it's bright, it's amped up. So you might think you're giving an appreciative like thank you on a level 7, but for him it's only registering on a level like 3. And so I've kind of learned like, what is his appreciation language? What does he actually take in as appreciation? And then also amping it up a little bit, because if he says thank you to me, I'm like, oh, that's nice. But sometimes you got to like put on some pom-poms and say like, oh my God, thank you. Like get your pom-poms out and do a little extra, because I've realized like just the level of like almost ridiculous, and then it's sinking in. Like almost ridiculous. And the thing is it's fun. It's fun. It turns it into you're giving them the appreciation, and then they start doing more of the things that you appreciate. And so in that way, you start kind of this wonderful cycle of them wanting to do things for you. And then it's easy to submit to that plan, because the plan is to make you happy. The plan becomes to make you happy, and that's an easy plan to submit to. So yeah, if you're interested in a blog of my house transformation, that might be coming soon. Write in the comments section if you'd be interested in seeing that. Also, we are like and subscribe, please. We're trying to reach our 1,000 person goal. And thank you so much. If you got value out of that, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.